Shalom. When the self souls by giving no praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kodash, double honors, apostle, great most, and honors you brothers doing the work of the most and truth, and then sincerity. Yahweh's real name with whom the world ignorantly calls God, Jehovah, Yahweh, and his real name is Yahweh, and the son's true name is Yahweh Shai, and when we pray Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, but meaning in, Ha meaning then, Sham meaning names Yahweh, and the name of Yahweh Shai. So quick one. When I originally saw this image, I thought, and my eye had kind of seen Ukraine. I actually thought this was like a bombed out building, right? Little did I actually know that this is America, right? And will always remember when the apostles, when I first saw the apostles do like the in transits, and back in the days when the camera would be facing outwards, I always remember just thinking, damn, this ain't the America I see in TV. Like this ain't the America that is displayed to the world as being the best places to live, right? You think about the imagery that is set throughout the world. That's part of America's witchcraft, right? To make it seem like this is this beautiful place, but this is a place in America, right? More and more people are starting to call out America's BS, right? The fact that they've got people, their own citizens, living like this in areas like this, which once again this is just a limited a clip, it's a limited image, but I remember the apostle Dahab did a drive through. I forget which area, but that place looked like a third world, right? And also remember, it reminded me of this here, the report card that you get. So let me scroll up to the top, right? The report card that you get for infrastructure, right? So as America's infrastructure scores a C minus, right? So this is actually up from previous years where it was a D, right? So this is just get the names. The grading scale says A, exceptional, fit for the future, right? And to be real, when you want to talk about an infrastructure that's fit for the future, right? That's where your Moab countries and all of them. That's where they excel. But why do they excel? Because their uh, um, infrastructure is designed for the new system, right? It's designed for that new system, that MOTB system. Cameras everywhere, everything's digitized, right? But so it says exceptionally fit for the future. B is good, adequate for now, right? C says there are still infrastructure sectors where data is scarce. So for the first time in 20 years, our infrastructure GPA is a C minus, right? It says up from a D plus. This is good news and an indication that we're headed in the right direction, but a lot of work remains, right? But what does the scripture say? Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen, destroyed. How for her? Take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Forsake her, and let us go everyone into his own country, right? For judgment reacheth up unto heaven and is lifted up to the skies, right? Um, and in fact, actually, I had wanted to read seven. I'll read seven real quick. Babylon has been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have been drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Right, but the point that I wanted to grab here is this what we said? So we would have healed Babylon, but she's not healed. Right, there ain't no healing Babylon. Right, there ain't no getting better. There ain't no build back better. Right, this is the image that is portrayed in America. So this is the real America, right? That isn't necessarily portrayed in the media, but this is more and more like Europeans are speaking about America looking like this, right? It was with a geezer work colleague yesterday. He's a so-called white South African. But he was, he too was speaking about like, oh man, yeah, but in America you've got, them zombie people, right? Basically speaking about how like, um, uh, what do you call it? Or maybe I forget, but the point is, the zombie people that you get where people are just strung up on drugs, right? Your Skid Rows and your Chicago's and areas like that. This is what America is, right? This is what it's becoming known for. It's Isaiah 14:11. Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, right? That pride, right? It says, and the noise of thy vows, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee, right? And this is going into corrosion. This is the fact that the infrastructure is horrible, right? The fact that you get areas that look like this, right? Hey, you got places. This looks as bad as places in some of the worst, the third world, man. Okay, it says yeah, and the worms cover, yeah. So that corrosion and that decay, right? America is decaying and decaying and decaying. And hey, let's be real, we're here for it. Right? We want to see America, getting fully done away with. Right, and the last quick precepts in Nahum 3:16, thou hast multiplied thy merchants above the stars of heaven, the cankerworm spoileth and flieth away. Right? So yeah, as always, Lord's will, this quick edifying lesson. The next time we say Shalom.